Yeah, so well, that was interesting. That's not a problem, right? No offense to you, but this is you're not the first one to do this. Y'all don't know how to listen, so you don't get what you're basically told about at the beginning of this podcast. Everybody wants to ask me about being a Christian. I believe in God. I do. But I'm not, like I said, I don't go to church like I should. I don't read my Bible like I should. And that doesn't make me any less Christian. So that doesn't mean that I don't sin. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that I follow the Bible like I'm supposed to. I think there are things in the Bible that are stated and they should be followed. But like I said, we're all human and we can't follow that. We can try. But Jesus is perfect and we are not. Like, you friendly and choosing. I'm intentionally. Not intentionally, because I do, like he said, and I told him I agreed with him. Do you agree with him that a man should be dominant? He should be head of household, but that doesn't. Do you relate to the extreme? Saying you're saying I'm taking it to the extreme, but what I'm saying is pretty much aligned with the Bible when it comes to man leadership and responsibility. Yes, like for leadership, but yours is missing. You are supposed to love relationship. If man was just giving me money and expecting me to love him, and he isn't loving me or showing me loyalty or showing me the things that I'm supposed to do, there is somebody saying, to show, like, say that women don't know what they want or whatever, or you guys don't understand certain things. This is what I mean. So women think that men should love them the way that you're supposed to love us. It's your job to show affection. It's your job to be emotional. It's your job to be there. Okay? Our job is to protect you and provide for you. That's how men should go. Men show love. Going to work, suffering through work, getting a paycheck, and giving you that money so that you can live a more cush life and not have to deal with the discomfort of the workforce and everything else. Now, again, we live in modernity, so guys are able to, work jobs that might not be as strenuous. But since the beginning of time, men went out and worked really hard and brought the resources back to the woman so she didn't have to. Okay, that is how men show love through sacrifice and dedication and providing for their family and being willing to die to protect said family. But on the other hand, you guys have to show it overtly because, quite frankly, you have to bring far more to the table. So, yes, it's your job to be nurturing. It's your job to be loving. It's your job to show your affection through emotion. That's not our job. Our job is to show love through action. So, this is 2025, and women do have to work. Tell me where you can find a man other than you. So, since you provide for all your women, tell me where you can find, as a woman, can you find a man that will literally take you somewhere, pay for all your things, and say, this is it. This is 100% it. No, you have to get to know that person. You have to want that person. They have to want you back. There has to be love there before anyone's willing to provide for anybody. Yeah, like you're making the mistake of taking. You're trying to take biology and say that it's determined by social constructs. Like the biology is that women still want a provider and a leader. Like what you're saying is like, oh, well, we can be more equal and have egalitarianism. It doesn't work that way, though. 50-50 relationships never work. I don't think it should be 50-50, and that's what I said. I agree with you on. Is a man should be head of household, but not to the point where it's a dictatorship, because that's not a relationship. A relationship involves love, and there's no love. That is between you and your partner. Yeah, but there's always going to be because if I'm a man and he wanted both of us to work and both of us pay bills and whatever, statistically, men do make more money. They do, 100%. And yeah, so I would decision maker. Nothing ever gets done by a committee. Like you can listen to your wife and take her opinion, of course. But at the end of the day, one person has to be the decision maker. It's got to be the man, not the woman. But a dictatorship doesn't take into account other people's opinions. Yeah. Is what she's saying. Like. She's got to take the literal term of a dictator. That's fine, but even a dictator has advisors on his board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she wants to take it freely there. But what I'm trying to say is, yes, your wife's opinion does matter. But at the end of the day, you make the final decision. Her opinion can be brought in or not. And you reserve the right to tell her, shut up, I'm going to make this decision, or I'll take your opinion into play. That's what I'm saying. The man needs to have that level of authority. But then this is the problem with modern women. You guys want chivalry, protection, men being a gentleman, all these things in place, be a provider, but you guys don't want to pay your fair share and submit. You guys want to be able to still give your opinion, give your takes, be an equal partner. That's not how this goes. If I'm responsible for everything, I also have authority over everything. And I'm one of the few guys that puts this out there. Now, a lot of men think the way I do. They just don't want to put it out there publicly because they get kind of the backlash that you guys are giving, where it's like, well, this doesn't make sense. That's not fair. Shit. So men just don't talk to you about this. They just say, oh, it's for you.
The man that can provide, and it's your man. You still gotta listen to the.
Well, to be honest with you, if you're a woman and you get with a man that can't provide, you're an idiot. That's you. You're an idiot. Strictly an idiot.
Fair enough.
I think that's being sometimes on characteristics more than their money.
Yeah.
It's that you look at someone before you look at their
Okay, so listen, son, and I don't want my son going around thinking he gotta take care of all the females' bills. Like, bro, you need to do something for yourself. So I don't agree with that for that reason. Yeah, I feel that women should, get your ass up and go do something while you can walk. It's just that. But if men need to pay for everything and that's what you guys think, then hey, it's your opinion, your entitled to whatever.
It's the way the world has worked from forever. Yeah.
not today and gonna be
Okay, well, is today better than before the war? You're right, man.
a year before.
Okay. What's the thing? You can study history now. Since feminism in the 1960s and the control bill and the sexual revolution, all these things happened.
Sorry, somebody said we're somebody said so I said
Feminism, right, which has created female equality and all these things that we have, this egalitarian society that we have. Nothing is good come from it, right? We have the highest divorce rates ever. We have the lowest marriage rates ever. Secularism is on the rise. The relationships are worse than ever before. Women can't find men. Yeah. Men can't find women. We have the highest concentration. So feminism basically has kind of fucked y'all up because most women now can't find a good guy. You go back to the 1950s, prior to feminism, men was able to support a woman and a household on one salary from working at a factory. Now, thanks to feminism, we've doubled the workforce. The dollar is down. The economy isn't as strong. So there really has come no good from women entering the workforce.
I think there's context missing because the majority of women were entering the workforce when men were away at war and they needed the workforce. So a lot of women.
And they came back.
Yeah, and then a lot of them were injured. A lot of them didn't have the proper mental health care. It was they treated their veterans to court. Also, there's consequences to that. Not only that, of course, the number of divorce rates are going to drastically increase if women couldn't divorce from before. So of course you have an increase in that, right? And now that women have more options and more freedom, there's going to be different spikes when it comes to different statistics. There's always context needed when we use these statistics.
Yeah, well, women initiate 80% of the divorces.
Yeah, because they couldn't before. They can.
They have the same rights as divorce before, but here's the difference.
I'm not talking about rights.
I'm sorry?
I'm not talking about rights.
But I'm saying they had the ability to do so, but what kept them from divorcing before?
They couldn't provide for themselves. Women weren't even really allowed to have bank accounts until recently. Like, at work.
The reason why, I'll tell you why, is because we had a society that respected male authority and women had some level of shame. Now women don't have any shame. It's about living my best life. See, men will grind and have a family. Men will sacrifice their happiness for their family. Women will sacrifice their family for happiness. That's the difference. Well, we basically told this lie to women that your happiness is paramount to everything. If you're not happy with your husband, leave. So that's what women do. They leave and think they can get a better deal, and the family court support them in doing so. So they have every incentive. They have every incentive to leave because they can get the child support and the alimony, destroy the family in the process, and the welfare state comes in and takes over.
So then can I ask you a question, obviously?
One thing. And then with the religion is no longer, a thing that people fear and society, no shaming, etc. You remove all these societal training deals. What are women going to do? They're going to do what they want and what makes them happy. Which, feminism has sold them this line that they can kind of just live life however they want and be fine.
So I do.
You said I know. What do I know?
Yeah, but outdoors, you want to talk about.
So yeah, so my question is, right, now that it is widely known that women initiate the majority of divorces, and a big thing is either irreconcilable differences, infidelity, and I forget what the other top reason was.
Money is one, man.
Yes, yeah, money. There you go. Well, I'm not sure what the proper term is, so Yeah. Back. Everybody. So if men know that infidelity has now become a lot of women's non-negotiables, like they will leave because of that, why do they insist on cheating? Because you said that women will sacrifice their families for happiness. So if men are chasing other women to be happy, can you also say that men sacrifice their families for happiness?
No, because most men don't have the capability to actually cheat. They would if they could, but most men don't have the capability to cheat. Most guys are in a relationship where the woman is telling him what to do. He got her by the skin of his teeth. He's not that attractive. He barely was not her first choice.
He doesn't get sex at all.
He doesn't get sex at all.
I was talking about in the cases of infidelity. I know that that's generally not
It's
the.
biology, by all means.
And also, and a lot of sexless marriages. Something like 60% plus of marriages are sexless, which basically means sex once a year, if not less, or once a month. I forget the exact definition. But the point I'm trying to make is, right, when women got cheated on before, they would make it work because they understood that duty and the marriage was more important. They kind of just accepted it. Nowadays, thanks to feminism, we prioritize female happiness over the family. That's why the nuclear family's been destroyed and we have quite a bit of degeneracy we have now. Because all the training wheels, religion, shame, society, and masculinity in general, they're all gone. They're all out the wayside because of feminism. The point I'm trying to make here, ladies, is that if you're picky, which all of you basically said you're picky, that means by definition the man that you get with is the prize, not you.
I don't think that's true.
It's either you have low standards and you're the prize, or you have high standards and he's the prize. But you can't go both ways.
So two people can't be the prize, is what you're saying?
No.
I'm trying to say this whole time. I feel like both of them could be the prize.
There's one first place, not two.
Because one party, the reason why is because one party is significantly pickier than the other. And it's almost always the women are pickier than the guy.
Okay, but to put it in a broad spectrum, imagine if they were together. Coming from, a bisexual person, a woman and a woman, a man and a man. Don't you think they could both be up? Yes. Or do you think it's
Interesting. You're the last person to be saying this. You're bisexual. Yet you choose a man over a woman.
it doesn't matter to me, that's my preference, but I'm saying it's because what has she been?
Yeah.
Almost everybody. Can you say this? Every time I see a bisexual girl, if given a choice, would you prefer a man or a woman?
No,
It's not it's
all the men.
It's always a man.
Well, I want to have children in the future. That's really the only reason. Not gonna lie.
You could adopt with a lesbian.
Yeah,
I don't like adopting.
Yeah, see. So here's the thing. What you don't want to say is that men bring women into relationships that women do. That's the real reason.
Also, just like fun for you, pretty much. Just fun. Nothing serious.
They don't have as much utility as men do. When the man comes to a relationship, he's going to be held to a standard. You admitted it earlier. Why did I ask you? Who do you have higher standards for, men or women? By your own admission, the man has to have more standards. Or you have higher standards for him than for the woman.
The only utility I think you guys are useful is your penis. Sorry. I can make my money on my own. I can do it. So just the way that I the way.
There are only utilities their penis? This guy. Can't give you no.
Of course not. He's my friend. That doesn't make sense.
So what's the use then?
He's my friend. I love
That's
him as
the
a
point.
friend.
That's our point.
How is it a point if you're talking about a penis and
You said penis, yeah.
why are we supposed to be friends with girls if they don't have pussy from it? But are we?
like each other much, yes.
But that's not true. It's only if you're catty. Can you accept that? Because if I was friends with somebody and that was like my actual friend, I don't know why would I be like that? But those are the stereotypes that men put on women, first of all, and it is how society just thinks that we are. Like, no, it's really not, and that's what I do things ourselves. And it's the same thing, though. Yeah, it's the same thing. No, but don't you guys want to shit about each other too? No, but I said seats. It's not.
We don't hang out with them.
Okay. We don't hang out with daters.
Yes.
So I have respect for myself. That's not really
Gross.
majority. No, not majority. What statistic are you getting?
Just six, am I? We've been for a long time. I know. Join me, bros. You know, you gotta take
That's because people don't talk about
I see him all the time. Relax.
And you say, look, but then see, they do. They want to go.
Each other if they hate.
Why would I be not so like, do you think I'm gonna make them so miserable? You're making it seem like it does.
So then join the devils.
What?
Get your right now. See, now you can't get. You can't fool me.
That's how it's on.
No, we can tell. But either way, he just saying, Shell, jealous, they were so like very catty, spiteful. So if you don't see yourself, other women are very spiteful.
Yeah, look, it's very simple. Women have higher standards than men. If you have higher standards than men, in general, when you get with a guy, he has to provide value. If he's providing that kind of value, he's going to be the prize. It's either you got low standards and you're the prize, or you have high standards and he's the prize. Tell those. One, you guys realize in every relationship there has to be one person that likes the other more, right? And that goes back to the original question, which you guys probably forgot. Who needs to be the prize for the relationship to work? I think the man needs to be the prize for the relationship to work. So in other words, the girl has to like the guy more than he likes her.
So if you think the man is the prize, then how are we gonna continue humanity? Because aren't we the ones that bear children? I think bringing enough to the table is periods, cramps,
Well,
pregnancy.
okay. Well, you know what? I have an interesting fact for you. Are you aware of the fact that only 40% of men since the beginning of human history have procreated and had children, but 90% of women have? What does that mean?
Well, we bear the children. That doesn't make sense.
No. I'm saying it again. Since the beginning of time,
Think about this.
only 40% of men have procreated with women, but 90% of women have procreated with men. What does that mean? Think about this.
Okay, say it one more time because I'm not getting it. I'm so sorry. It just makes sense in my head. Like, let me say this real quick.
Give it to you one. Since the beginning of human history, 40% of men have been able to pass on their genes and have kids. 90% of women have been able to. What does that mean?
It means we don't see these facts. Exactly, me too. Don't men will have more children with other women so they can bear more children?
But what does that mean?
That the guys are more, I guess. They could go both ways. Okay. You're saying. Yeah, what you're saying.
Women choose the top 40% guys.
See, you guys say that, but in relationships that I've seen firsthand, it usually works out when is the prize.
You
Like,
think so?
I genuinely think so because
The guy's so in love with her.
when a girl's so in love with the guy and the guy knows that, it doesn't work. When a guy's obsessed with the girl, that's usually how.
And the woman then starts falling in love with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's like, as well as the fact that it's not really like a feminist point of view, but you could put it out that way as well, as that I guess men have to do a little sprint, a little fast walk to try to get a female to really date them, to even fuck or anything. It would always have to be the man trying to do something. Well, I mean, there could be many situations, I don't know, drunk or the one's horny, it doesn't matter. Either way, the man's still gonna have to, use tactics to go get in that. And yeah, not even to mention social media is changing all that. Like, these kids, like, my little brother is like 14, 15, and the stuff he's saying to like the girls and stuff, like, what? Like, even like, he's like, nah, I would never date a girl that's not even just whatever my grade. I wouldn't even do this, that. I'm like, dude, like, just go run sports, play something. Why are you even worried about what she looks like? He was telling me this girl has too much lip liner on. I was like, I didn't even know about lip liner. And he's like, TikTok, bro. Like, so I don't know what's just out there.
That is easier.
No, like, social media is altering like how you think and perceive people and how like you should date them, what you should say. It's just more than stats. It's like your generation, what people are putting out there, and how influencers are influencing us.
All right, let me ask you a question. I have two different people, right? Let's go into this scenario. On one side, I have someone who got $5 million when they turned 18. On the other side, I have someone that didn't get $5 million until they were 35 or 38, right? One had to build a business up to get that money. The other one got it when they were 18. Let's say they got an inheritance.
Trust me.
There you go, trust fund.
Yeah.
Who's going to be more financially responsible and intelligent?
The first guy. No, maybe the older one.
The 38-year-old that earned it, right?
Oh, you couldn't. That's his first time getting all that money.
Wait, what?
You're saying when he's at that age, he gets all this money versus the younger kid that just got this money, correct?
Yes. Who's gonna be more fiscally responsible or intelligent when it comes to money? The person that earned it, or the person that has got to give it to them at 18?
The person that earned it, because they rose to that and they knew what they got into. Like,
Sure. Who's gonna have a better appreciation for the dollar?
I feel like their appreciation is older, but it depends because sometimes when it takes you so long to get that money, you are different. Yeah.
It's an experiment, so I'm demonstrating now here. So do all of you agree that the self-made millionaire has a better appreciation for the dollar?
So yeah.
Yeah, all of you agree. Okay. And he's gonna appreciate it more than the trust fund maybe that has got to give it to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone works for something, they'll be able to better appreciate it than when they're just getting it. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are saying, oh, the woman needs to be the one that's the prize. Do men hit on you? It tells you all the time. Try to.
Yes.
What about
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yes.
Chris, when are you able to actually start talking to girls and try?
20, 21, because I was always in sports in college, so I should even say 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18.
When did you actually start getting on your own? You had a system and you were able to
System?
yeah, you were able to do it.
So I was like 25.
Okay. No. 25. Oh.
For y'all to go, for women to go up to y'all, what's the
To be able to get to women and figure you 21.
Okay, so what type of relationships are you guys talking about? Yeah, I'm ready.
You're missing the twist. I'm showing you an analogy here. You need to stick with me, okay? Pay attention, okay? Because you guys are all claiming that the woman needs to be the prize for the relationship to work. Then I asked you, who's gonna appreciate $1 more? The self-made millionaire or someone who was a trust fund baby? All of you said the self-made millionaire, right? Now it comes back. Now I'm gonna bring it full circle. The reason why the man needs to be the prize is because we are never the prize. You understand? We have to earn being the prize. So if someone has to earn something, they're going to respect earning it far more than the other person. You guys are all young. The average age here is 19, 20. So in other words, you guys don't have to work to get men to be attracted to you. So you don't appreciate it to the same level where a woman is attracted to us.
Also,
You guys have men coming up to you all the time. Just for existing. We, on the other hand, have to be attractive to approach the woman. And then we get rejected a lot. Okay? Some of you guys might have never approached a guy in your life. Or you guys might have been rejected maybe once, twice, 5 times in your life. All of us have been rejected hundreds of times because men and women aren't the same. So when a man is put in a position where he's the prize, guess what happens? He appreciates it because we never get told we're the prize and we have to earn it. You guys, on the other hand, why you guys can't be a prize is because women get everything given to them. And just like a rotten child or a spoiled child, if you give them everything that they want, they're not going to appreciate it. This is why men need to be the prize because we know how to act when we get female attention and female attraction. Women don't.
Also, men view women differently than women view. So I'm talking about sexually. Men just want to pursue women just to pursue them. That's why it's easier for us because you guys just want us just because. You're not talking about the situation. You know what I mean? For example, yeah. If you want a serious relationship with someone, it's gonna be different than just going for it because what?
What? Wait, you make your point.
This is why I believe both of them are the best. It can go both ways. That's what I'm
It
saying.
can't go both ways. It's the point I'm trying to make. In every single relationship, one person has to like the other more than they like them. That's just how it goes. If the girl likes the guy more, she's gonna stick around. If the guy likes the girl more, she's gonna get bored and move on. That's why I find that interesting when you said men get bored and leave. They really don't actually. Men typically stick around. Even if their girl's boring, she's a good girl, she's gonna stick around. Men don't break up relationships. Women do. You guys need the emotional stimuli. You guys need the excitement. We don't. We do the same shit all the time. We're happy with a girl that's regular. You guys are not. So since women initiate more breakups and you guys need more emotional stimuli, you need to adore us, not us adore you. Now, common culture tells you, oh, the woman's the prize. Guess what happens when you pedestalize women? They become raging, insufferable bitches.
All right, sir.
Because your entire life, you've been pedestalized by men telling you that you're special, you deserve the world. So when I come along and I say, you're special, you deserve the world, guess what? I'm like every other fucking rape that's trying to approach you before that got declined. But if I come in and you know, damn, he's a shit, women are gonna behave and act better. And guess what? Sucks for you guys. You have to respect your man to actually like him. So if I sit here and I make you the prize, you're not gonna respect me the same. That's why it has to be that way where I'm the prize and you're not. Women don't want to be with an equal. And you guys know this. You don't want a guy that makes as much money as you or your height, your weakness. No, you want a man that's better than you in every regard. But when I say this, you guys don't want to hear it. Oh, this is fucked up. Because it shows how surface level women really are. You guys are actually way more shallow than we are. If you know you made plans with somebody, why would you keep your phone on DND?
You don't want to know, stay this but
It could be that they just don't want to be bothered, or it could be like it was an accident. But nah, it's a case by case. It means that you were not the first priority. What happens is he's with somebody else.
And somebody probably hit him up
Or just say that. Because hold on, if that means not with you, don't see it. Yeah, but someone showed up. It's more important to you. So you're that could be it, yeah.
more important for the moment.
Yeah, but the thing is, with questions like this, bro, like I need to know. Sorry, I need to know who the guy is. Because it depends, right? So like it could be. But who asked this question? Can I go more specific so I can give you a better answer?
Wait, what is it? They do not disturb.
The D&D shit. That you? Oh, is this you? Is this you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say,
Okay. Is this guy successful and attractive? Or is the average guy?
I would say high value.
How much he earn per year?
It's worth the beginning.
Okay. What's he do?
I'm sorry, weed is legal, so they do it's for the THC. Yes. Specifically natural point.
Yeah.
Yes. You're on
Yeah, they were like one of the. Yeah, it is. That's just one of the first states in the. Okay, so he's in the cannabis business, makes good amount of money. You said he's attractive too.
Yes.
Okay, so
You got pictures.
yeah, just now. Here's the thing though.
Trying to make it ask.